always talk about it's not all on Goff, but it is. All right. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. And like I said before, it seemed like the Lions got a lot of things in order. They got a couple hiccups on defense as far as Zorky. See if his back can hold up. Emmanuel Mosley was supposed to contribute, give you some depth at the outside corner position. He had a scope cleaning of his knee that came off ACL surgery, so you might not even see him, close to being ready, like physically, probably somewhere mid to late season. So I think they may need to go on the cornerback market and try to see, if they can get a viable quarterback. It don't have to be nothing like a Sauce Gardner or a DJ Reader or something like that. Just a real solid guy. There's some solid guys still out there on the free agent market. Just somebody that, in case Jerry Jacobs go down, he can kind of slide in and hold the fort down for about a month and a half or something like that. Or, and that's why I thought that they should have drafted a corner as well this year. That's why I thought that was very important, because they need that next guy up. Cam Sutton is not a number one cornerback. Hate to break the news to people, but he ain't. They need a guy that's the guy. Like Sauce, like Stingley, like Jalen Ramsey. They need one guy that's the guy. And I thought the kid that was out of Oregon, they could at least got him, but apparently they was honing in on getting the kid out of that went to Seattle, out of Illinois, Devin Weatherspoon. But nonetheless, Goff got a lot of weapons to play with. Goff is in the second year of a system. And Ben Johnson got a lot to prove too. That he just wasn't a one-hit wonder. Doom 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 doom. Like he wasn't like Ice Baby. Like he got more hits to come. Like the sophomore and the junior and the senior album is just gonna be as good as the freshman album. But ultimately, this team is always judged by the quarterback. The quarterback get the spoils and the riches, and they get the lion's share of the blame. A lot of people just don't like the way that is, but it is what it is. Usually the quarterback make the most money. The quarterback touch the ball the majority of the game. They got an offensive line with depth. They got running backs. They got both of their top two running backs can catch and receive. You got a plethora of tight ends. Even with Shane Zessler going down. You still got Laporta. I'm gonna talk about Laporta too. You still got James Mitchell. You still got Brock Wright, which a lot of us, I think he becoming a Lion favorite. You still got Brock Wright. So he got a lot to play with defensively. The back end does have to gel together. That's just gonna take some time. Brian Burns looking to be pretty good already in camp. So, that's why I really wasn't tripping on CJ Gardner-Johnson really going down and crying about it, because Brian Burns is pretty much, can do the same things he can do. But, but for Goff, it's, a lot of people think, Goff is what's going to make or break the Lions. You're hearing great things about Broderick Martin. You're hearing great things about Josh Pascal. So that just make it easier for Zorky to come in and just assist and help them out. So in the back end, I think this is going to take some time for them to gel. Walker coming off an injury. So it's going to take some time, but but still, a lot of times, a lot of people just think, on the casual surface, just looking at it like, man, Goff got everything he need. It's up to Goff to be able to come in and deliver. And to be ultimately, Tom Brady covered up a lot of holes in New England. Peyton Manning covered up a lot of holes in Indianapolis. Patrick Mahomes covered a lot of holes in Kansas City. Josh Allen covered a lot of holes in Buffalo. So that's what great quarterbacks do. And the narrative on Goff, and I believe it to be true, that everything pretty much got to be right for Goff to be successful. But in this case, it is. I think the only major mistake I didn't like they made this offseason as far as the offense was not bringing back DJ Chark. It just made too much sense. Even if he had another surgery, so be it. I matched Carolina, pay him $2 or $3 million this year. That's nothing. That's nothing in the grand scheme of things. You get more security around that receiving core, especially long threats going down the field. You know, but you know, Goff, they really don't have a significant weakness. You know, they should be able. They have some problems running the ball on Broderick Martin early on, and I mean, maybe that's a cause for concern interior of that line, but maybe he's just that good. They got tight ends. They got tight ends that can run down the field. They got tight ends that can get yak. They got receivers that can get yak. They got receivers that can get down the field. They got young receivers. They got veteran receivers. They got backs that can run it. They got backs that can get the tough yards like Montgomery and Justin Jackson. They got scat back who can, you know, catch it and run it and do things like Jahmyr Gibbs can do. I mean, they got an offensive line that been together. The only thing that might be different amongst the offensive line if they're healthy is Graham Glasgow. That might be the only thing that might be different. He might be starting over Hightie. Hightie got another back injury, but I just never thought he was any good. I would have cut his ass, but he took a pay cut. You know, Zester going down with the knee injury hurt, but he's a really good receiving tight end, especially in the red zone. But really for Goff, the only question about Goff is, and him and Ben Johnson is, are they going to have something new ready for defenses this year? And they said last year they had something new every year that was different. And I wouldn't change anything about the passing game per se. I didn't like how much they threw on first downs. That was a problem for me. But maybe it was something they were seeing on tape, getting heavy, you know, defensive fronts. And they chose to try to exploit those base fronts they were seeing 3-4-4-3 or whatever they may have been. But you know, I'd say I didn't like that as much, how predictable and passing the ball on first down, and I didn't like the lack of creativity in the run game. I just felt like a lot of their runs was vanilla. You look at Kansas City, they always come with some, you know, even they run plays, they come with something different. You know, may it be a full house, may it be split backs, may it be tosses and crackdowns off the tosses and powers, you know, and traps and whams. I feel like they could do a lot better job being more having more creativity in a running game plan. If that more sweeps and cracks, if that's more, you know, powers off the tackle, if that's more whams and traps on the inside, you know what I'm saying? Even in the running back screen game, I think they could be a lot better in the screen game to the running backs. But their personnel scheme is going to be different early on, because not having DJ Shark to stretch that field, not having J-Mo to stretch that field, you're going to have Reynolds. You know, you hope that Green or Mims or both of them be able to contribute down the field, but they won't be as much of a threat. But underneath, you got Laporta, you got Mitchell can go down the field, James Mitchell, but you got Laporta going to do his thing, using him inside as a receiver and a tight end. You got, you know, Jahmyr Gibbs, they're going to use him. So teams going to be guessing on, you know, what are they going to do with Jahmyr Gibbs? What are they going to do with Laporta? You know what Reynolds going to do. You know what St. Brown going to do. Do we try to take away St. Brown and let, you know, Laporta and Gibbs beat us and David Montgomery beat us? You know, let Josh Reynolds beat us. Let James Mitchell beat us. So that's going to be a very, very interesting thing. But, you know, Goff and Ben Johnson, you know, I think they will have something different. Now, will they execute to the point they did last year? I think the execution year 2 should be a lot better. But if it's not, it's because it got new faces and new places. You know, basically Mitchell was a first-year player. He played some last year. Laporta, rookie. Gibbs, rookie. You know, so Josh Reynolds, he got a report. St. Brown got a report. You know, Khalif got a report. But, you know, Montgomery new. So there's some new kind of little hitches in there. But if they can get them up to speed, their personnel seems like there's going to be a different scheme this year anyway. They're going to do a lot of different things. So, you know, it's you know, Goff will get the lion's share of the praises and the lion's share of the blame if it don't go right. And obviously they got one bullet in the chamber with Hendon Hooker. So we'll see what happens. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next to Detroit Lions, let's hit the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.